Hello. Hi, my name's Oswald Vivida, aka CVS Studios, CVS Productions, etc. etc. I'm going to basically show you how I created this image that I've done today. So this is the image that I created, and I'm going to show you exactly how I created that image in Affinity Photo. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up Affinity Photo, and we're going to select New, and then we're going to go for CD Covers Digital Release, which is 3000 by 3000. Right, so the first thing we want to do, oh damn it, and I forgot to do so. I need to open this up because I'm not going to recut myself out of the image. I cannot be bothered with that. So it was a bit of a pain in the backside, to be fair. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the brick wall in. So first things first, just bring brick wall in. If you want some brick wall images, just Google some, paste that in, select it, and then we're going to basically fill the area with the image. I've got my view set for Snapping Manager so that everything snaps to exactly the grid. So when I bring the image to the grid, it will snap towards the grid. And you can actually set the view to show you the grid markings as well, which I haven't done on this image, don't really need to. So next thing we want to do is we actually want to bring my original image into the picture. So if we go to our new one, just going to paste that in a second, and then we're going to get rid of this mask, and we're going to change this all back as well to normal mode. Right, so I basically cut out a picture of myself that I liked and I wanted to put on a brick wall, preferably something to do with C Hatch, which is myself, which is my stage name or MC name. And there was a few bits of it that unfortunately didn't work out in the jumper section, so I decided to place myself at the back of the image and just drag it a little bit off screen so you can't really see it. The rest of it looks pretty good, so I'm quite happy with the rest of the image. So what we're going to do though is we are going to duplicate the image and turn it off. So on this image, which is the first picture of myself, we want to go down to this little icon here called Live Filters, click on it, and we're going to go to Unshaped Mask. And we're going to take the radius all the way up, the factor all the way up, and then click this little X box here and select off. We then want to select overlay as a blend mode on both the mask as well as the actual image itself. So we've got both my image and the mask set to overlay. On the second image, when we turn it on, that overlaps the other image, and we want to change this to color mode. And there we have it, my face and body, etc, etc, plastered on a brick wall. So next step is to place some text in the image. So we're going to click on the wall and type in what I had earlier, which is C Hatch, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change the font to the font that I used earlier, which is this him a something or other. I can't pronounce it properly. I found it on Google's, believe it or not. So and then what we need to do is we just need to drag that in place slightly, and then we need to add some effects to it. So there we have my name on the image. We're just going to go down to effects, and we're going to add the outer shadow, which I set to 3.79 and 71.4. Oh god, 71.4, there we go. And then we've got the outer shadow, or inner shadow, sorry, which was 27.6. Then we've got the outer glow, which is 8.3, and the colour is red. There we go, that'll do. Then the inner colour, again red, and the radius is 6. And then we've got 3D, which is 36.7 on the radius. And that's it, done. Right, so that's the writing on the wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what we did earlier with this image. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to click this live filters, unshaped mask, take the radius all the way up to the top to 100 pixels, factor to 4, and then click off. We're then going to open up the image with this little arrow button here, and we're going to basically click on the mask, and we're going to go down to overlay. We're going to click the main image, and we're going to overlay again. Then we're going to right click the image and duplicate it, which will then give us 2 copies of the image. We then need to delete the overlay of that image, the mask, sorry. And then what we want to do is we want to scroll down to colour, and that blends everything in. So there we have it, the image is on the wall again. So we now got the writing on the wall, yourself on the wall, etc, etc. Now what we want to do here is we then want to basically render this as one image. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click and merge visible, and all that's going to do is it's going to basically merge all the images together so that we're left with one singular image, which is going to be this one. So if we turn it off, there we have it. So we've now got one particular image. All this can be boxed up into a folder if need be. But what we're going to do now is we're going to bring in all the rest of the images. So if I find wherever it's disappeared to, right, what's happened to, I know I exported it. What did I do with that? Oh, there we are, pavement. There we go. So here we have it. I've got the pavement image. I just want to select what I want out of that. So let's just use the selection tool. And we're just going to cut that out. Okay. No. Let's just. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's just start that one again, shall we? Thank you very much. Right, so what we want to do, we want to paste that into the image, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just move that down the bottom here, and job done. So, unfortunately that's not going to work, is it? So what we want to really do is we just want to cut this bit out. So let's just delete. Oh, for fuck's sake, just cut. Alright, fuck off. What's that top here? It is brilliant, perfect. Right, so let's now, we need to move that up one. So what we need to do is we need to select the perspective tool, because what we the perspective tool on the image, there we go, right. So what I've done was I want to drag, use the perspective tool and just drag the image out so that we've got some pavement and some sky going on the wall, and then there you have it. So you just line it up however you want, and there's the image, and you've got some pavement in front of it. It's not perfect how I done it earlier, but you get the idea of how it's done. So I've basically put the pavement in, I've put the wall in, I've used the perspective tool to get the image on the wall. So now what we want to do is we then want to go to the sky image that I used. Like I said, I just went to Google's, found an image that I liked that was already on Google, and then basically just blend it to the wall. So gonna just paste that in and then dump that in the image, and then what we're going to do, we're going to bring that down here, and there you have it, job done. So you've got the brick wall and the sky in the background. So that's not exactly how I actually done the image, but what I've done with this both of them was I actually used the perspective tool when I used it. So what I'll do is if I drag that up a second, you'll see exactly what I mean. So I wanted to get rid of the top bit of this brick wall, so I just lined up the perspective of the image with the top of the brick wall, so it made a bit more sense for the image. So and I've done the same with the pavement as well, but I didn't do it on this image. That's just basically how it's done. So there you have an image of yourself on a brick wall with some writing. I hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please ask away. If you're struggling or need some help, maybe music wise or image wise, I use both Affinity Designer and Photo now, so I've got a copy of both. So if you have any questions or you want me to basically do a video maybe, then please give me a shout, and I'm more than happy to show you how it's done. Okay, I'm gonna dash off, but I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next. Ciao.